Hi, I've been meaning to make another video and I'm really tired. This is probably the wrong time for me to be doing this, but uh, I've been thinking about the creativity coach Beth Pickens and how she has this thing in her book where, or maybe it's Eric Maisel, who is another creativity coach. I'm taking a creativity coaching course, so I'm getting it all mixed up in my head. But one of the things is that you just have to decide that your art matters. And, I teach high school and I've worked with thousands of students and I really believe that your art matters and that it matters that you make it and that like we all need support in order to make our best art. And I don't think most of us get it or even know what it is or how to get it. And so that's just been on my mind. And one of the things that I needed to do was to support myself in just taking more chances. I mean, I think I'm pretty good about like expressing myself and saying the thing, but there are some areas where I get stuck. And I decided to take this photography course that was being promoted to me on Facebook. I think it was called, I don't know the exact title, but it was like self-discovery through photography. And I really don't know anything about photography. I don't know, it's very different from painting. And I don't know how photographers think about their craft. But one of the things that it has in common with what I do is that it's of something. And that's like one of the things that has been hard for me in this whole like abstract versus, representational. Like if it's not abstract and it's representing something, like what is it going to represent? And like just sometimes like it gets tiring to think of that. And so I just felt kind of curious about how photographers do their work and how they choose their subjects. And so anyway, so this photography course came up and I decided to do it. And great deal, only $37. So it was an easy yes. And I just finished the first week and one of the lessons was the expressive look or like the expressive gaze, I think. And capturing emotion in a photograph. And I didn't have anyone to take pictures. Like I was like kind of stumped. Like I don't know how to do that without being really literal. So, and I felt kind of resistant to it. I'm like, what am I just supposed to like make weird, like expressive faces? And then this little voice was like, well, why not? Like, just see what happens. And so I was like doing the burst thing on my camera and I made a bunch of faces and I looked at it. I had like pepper in my teeth. And then I did another one where I put the camera down and it's that super unflattering angle, like with the chins. But I just like shook my hair all over the place. And I've been really into like gray hair in my paintings. So that one was kind of cool. And then I did it again where I thought of this really sad thing and just like forced my face to just emote for just that second, holding the button down. And then when I looked at it and I realized like I've never really seen myself when I'm really emotional, when I'm ugly crying. And I wasn't crying, but I was making an ugly cry face. And when I looked at the photographs, like I was really moved to see myself. And so I was just glad that I did that. It's like, I forget, like I'm in the privacy of my own studio. No one's going to see those photos. You know, like what am I really risking by doing that? You know, you can just delete them. Just try it. Just try something new. We just get stuck in such ruts, you know? So, so that felt really good to have that experience of, oh, there is still some things I haven't discovered or that I don't know, you know? So anyway, those are my thoughts for this week. I've been thinking a lot about, like, if you're into human design at all, I'm a generator with a sacral authority. And if you don't know what that means, then go look up human design. But the whole thing with it is like responding, you know, like you go through life and things, you encounter things and you respond to them, and it's like from your gut, like it's either a uh-huh or a uh-uh. And that was like subtly life-changing for me to not have that, like, I have to push, I have to go out, I have to make things happen. But instead I can just like move through life and just kind of say yes or no to things. And I've known this like human design fact about myself for like a year, and it's been really eye-opening to just kind of like, well, is it a yes or a no, or I don't know? And so I've just been thinking about that a lot and writing about it a lot, and I haven't completely formulated my thoughts, but I think there'll be some videos coming up about that, about yes and no, and listening to your gut. Bye.